Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go ahead and start the meeting, please. All rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. There are 4 council members tonight. One is not present, is Mr. Don Borman. Next item up is consider approving minutes held from February 14th.
I make a motion, we approve those minutes.
Motion made, second by Mr. Nutting, all in favor? Thank you. Next item on the agenda is discussion of legal opinion regarding emergency service provided by Councilman David Groder. Kelly would like to brief us on that.
Yeah, so 2 weeks ago, we said we would get a legal opinion on whether or not Councilman Groder could stay on the council or have to step off due to his on-call volunteer rescue status. So I gave you all the memorandum. I'm only gonna read first 2 little paragraphs and probably the last one. The middle of it is just meat, you know, it's the meat of it. It's the statutes and everything. So the issue was, can an Oakland town councilor simultaneously serve as an elected council and also work for the town fire rescue department as a volunteer call member of the department? The short answer is yes. Neither the Oakland Town Charter, the town ethics ordinance, nor Maine law specifically bar an elected official from also serving as a volunteer call member of the town of Oakland / fire department. However, any participation of the councillor in votes before the council concerning the department would be subject to adherence with a conflict of interest provisions of the town ethics ordinance. And then he put copies of the charter and the ethics ordinance are attached here, but those can be found on our website. That's a lot of paper and I didn't want to. It's paper. And then there's the meat of it. And then finally, considering the totality of the matter here, it does not appear that the council here had a financial interest in the vote in question. In the instant situation, the councillor did not vote to increase his own pay or improve his own financial interest. There may arguably have been a special interest by the councillor in voting to increase the pay of other members of the department in which he serves as a volunteer deputy chief. For that reason, disclosure and abstention from the vote may have been appropriate. That said, the mere fact that the council serves as a volunteer call member of the fire department where he is not full-time or part-time employee, has no regular schedule, receives no regular pay or benefits, and is paid only for the time he spends responding to emergency calls and attending necessary trainings, proves no reason in or of itself under section 403 of the charter or Maine law to prohibit him from both serving on the council and participating in his volunteer activities for the town of Oakland. So he's still gonna be a call member of our fire department and he is staying on the council.
Kelly.
Are we allowed to ask questions?
Absolutely.
So you're saying because he's not scheduled for any calls, that makes him free to do this?
He is not a full-time or part-time scheduled employee.
So because he's not scheduled,
Correct. He's allowed to
does he
stay
do
on.
weekends? You do duty weekends, scheduled duty weekends? Those are scheduled. He has a set schedule for duty weekends to be here and available.
No,
No, he already said yes, you can't take it back.
Who are you pulling at here? Let's be honest with the fact. I volunteer, it's my duty as taking the deputy chief's position that I stick around for a weekend. That
It's a
is
scheduled weekend.
he's not getting paid to be here though.
I'm not getting paid
On a
being here for 8 hours.
Not
How much money does he make as a volunteer?
21 a call.
Because you told me in our meeting it was several $1,000s.
Yeah,
Over the course of a year, he goes to a lot of calls.
That's a lot of volunteering.
So you better say thank you very much, sir, for volunteering so very much.
Yeah.
Right? And have a specialized person like that is a very highly trained person. Anybody else got a question?
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Nate. Appreciate it. Anybody else have a question? Sir, John Cox.
Station, like I mentioned in the last meeting. I think it should, council should abstain from a vote if it's involving the department that they're with.
We're gonna,
Or if they have an outside interest, it might be involved. And in the past, the council has had abstained from vote.
Right, we'll evaluate each vote as it comes in. Whether I abstain or I'm able to vote.
in the vote on January tenth, it wouldn't have changed the outcome of the vote, even if we revoked that one.
Where
so-
he was gonna, considering abstaining, because.
Right.
He had second thoughts,
Yeah.
and somebody.
Well, moving
caused him to
forward,
have second thoughts.
As the lawyer stated in there, that's exactly what we'll do.
Yeah.
Further questions, comments? Seeing none, there is nothing else on the agenda for the night unless you have
there
something.
is, but there is.
Thank you.
I got a couple of quick other business.
Yep.
I have done two separate, calls with, merchant processing companies. We'd like to, the girls in the office, and we've had citizens ask, why can't you take payments online for real estate and sewer? And we're like, you don't know, just never have. So I've looked into it. Both programs cost us nothing. There's a 2.5% fee, which is what they pay now when they run a card at the, which goes to the state for the dogs and the state stuff. I would like to go with this company called Avalon. They are with Camden National, which is our current bank. We'll get our money the next day. It's all PCI compliant. So there's security and all that. There won't be any hard stuff. But they would keep the 2.5% and then we would get our $100 sewer payment the next day. So just kind of asking permission to move forward with implementing this.
If we've had a lot of requests from the public, I think we should do it. Make it
Convenient.
We have, and it'll be a button on our website, you know, pay real estate, pay personal property, pay sewer, you know.
A lot of people that don't write out checks or pay cash now.
Right, you know, and they'll need to have their bill in front of them and there'll be required fields that if they don't have their account number or, you know, the proper stuff, the address, so that we're able to download that and then post to their account. If they don't fill it out right, so they won't be able to further the transaction, so there's,
Make the motion, David.
thank you.
I make a motion, we go ahead with Babylon and
Motion is made. Do we have a second? A second by Mr. Ridley. All in favor?
Thank you. One more thing, I don't know, Chief, do you want to speak on the
Sure.
cruiser?
I think I told you guys at some point that our SUV team is gonna buy a cruiser for our third SRO. They asked that we purchase a cruiser and they'll reimburse us immediately. I thought that we should bring that to the council to get permission.
So we have 45,000 in this year's budget that we were gonna use to buy the 2 electric cars. We're not gonna buy them. We can get a new cruiser for probably $45,000 and we can have it within a month. And then, so if we pay for it up front, I'll invoice the school, they'll reimburse us all before June 30th. And we're good to go. So,
Sounds good to me, then we'll get what we want.
Yes,
Is that gonna be one of the Durangos?
it's gonna be a 2024 Dodge Durango.
there's a question in the back.
I have a question in the back, Mr. Rosno.
We're just updating and all that as well.
you're gonna outfit it,
Minimally, because
minimal. They could handle that within their budget.
This will fix up that as well.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
oh, yeah.
Chief, I got a question. They gonna be able to use that during the summer if they need to
yes,
for a regular
Yes.
patrol?
Yep.
Further questions?
I'll make a motion, we proceed to purchase that vehicle and, build a school for it.
Motion is made second by Mr. Nutting. All in favor? David?
Last night at the budget meeting, Chief Coughlin mentioned sensors being lost in the bays. Those sensors are to protect the employees of the fire station. I believe we either need to allow him to go over budget in this category to get that fixed now, or we have the ability to go up to $10,000 in sales to move that forward.
It's only gonna cost like
1,600 or
1588 is the quote, $1,500, 1588 is the quote for the sensor and kit.
Is that a motion?
that is a motion.
Motion is made, seconded by Mr. Ringley, all in favor? Thank you.
Go ahead, Dave, buy those.
I think that's the right thing.
Yeah.
That's what
Mr. Groder, did you have anything else?
I do
And that will
not.
come out of the budget that you just gave us. Is that?
That's gonna
amount
come out of this
wasn't-
year's budget.
I know, but you'll take it out of the budget that you gave
We
us.
will go make an adjustment to the budget.
Oh, yeah, it's not an I thought you said it was an ongoing
It
maintenance
will
thing.
be, we'll probably, I'll talk to you about it, I think we'll probably keep with 600 sensors.
Okay,
But that 2,000 we can reduce.
okay, yes, I'll reduce that.
Mr. Groder has nothing, Mr. Nutting. I'm good.
I'm all set.
David?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion second, all by in favor? Thank you, good night, folks, thanks for attending.